Previously on T-Man 978.
13th, October 13th to be specific, is the 10th anniversary of me actually doing YouTube with lamps and all that junk. And here I am on my lunch break doing this because I don't want to break my uploading streak.
T-Man 978 Chill Review.
Hello everyone, T-Man 978. Right now we're going to be taking a look at Transformers Legacy G1 Universe Optimus Prime Deluxe Class. Here is the packaging. As you know, they do the vehicle mode on the front, and here is some artwork on the side, the stuff on the back. He is a part of the 40th anniversary, and what this is meant to be celebrating is the original Optimus Prime. So what they did is, I guess now there's a universe where the original Transformers Generation 1 toys actually exist as highly functioning robots instead of what they look like on the cartoon. So we already got the Transformers Studio Series 86 Optimus that definitely looks more like the cartoon, but this is celebrating the actual original toy just with modern sensibilities and articulation. Let's take a look at the accessories first. This is his more cartoon. No. This is, I believe, the rifle that came with the original toy. It is fully painted and shrunken down when you compare it to the reissue Optimus gun right here. And this actually has an actual handle that now I haven't found a figure that can actually hold that. But they took away the actual gun handle. They also included this one that's more cartoony. It's also fully painted. And these came with the reissue Optimus Prime that I have, the Walmart reissue that came out a few years ago. It also includes this Energon X right here. It just has a peg hole or peg on the top, and we get this completely unpainted matrix. I guess all the paint budget went into this and the little bit of the paint that's on him. At Deluxe Class, you get what you get, and it's a miracle that we got what we got. But we can open this chest up, and he has a matrix chamber instead of a big hollow space like the original toy had. We could put that there and shut this. But let's get a super duper close up on him, period. Alright, here's that face, highly reminiscent of the original toy. Highly. The only thing that's different, he has light piping at the top of the head so the eyes can glow if you have lights above it, which I do, so these are probably brighter than it typically is. But he has those little vents on the side that made him look more like a medieval knight. We get the smokestacks and the detail right there. We still have silver and paint on there. Looking at his back, here's what they did differently. He used to have a big hollow back, but now even if you open that, it's still not hollow because of the retooling. Instead of giving him the big flaps on the back of his arm, they decided to go against that. They kept this design, but now he gets to have a actual backpack. Here's the legs. You still see the sticker, the detail right there. So I wouldn't be shocked if at some point they do, and you get the detail on the feet, if they do paint this guy up to be more cartoon accurate and not have these stripes. And well, I don't think they can get away from this right here, because even in the cartoon he had that. But they could definitely paint the toes and the knees and the forearms, because the details are still there. The hands are fully painted because this is really red plastic. These tires, let's zoom in on this. It still says Cybertron radials and it has this number combination. I had to get even zoomed in even more, but I don't know what that code means, but it's there. You can definitely see Cybertron radios right there. So yeah, this thing is almost a complete replica of the original, but aesthetically, once you really start looking at them, things that are different is the back of the biceps and his back period. Now, since he's updated, he has things that the original toy and even the missing link doesn't have, like his head is on a ball joint. So he can actually look up some. Missing link can't even do that. You can kind of tilt, and of course it rotates. Arm goes out to the side. Due to transformation, he does have a reverse butterfly. Can swivel. His biceps or elbow swivel. And that's it. There's no wrist rotation. These tires can actually get out to the side to get out of the way so the legs can come up. You get a waist rotation that goes 360 this time, unlike the missing link. This comes forward, unlike the missing link, so it can actually kick forward. You get thigh rotation. It bends 90 degrees. And the missing link has an ab crunch instead of the crotch skirt thing that lifts. So with missing link, you can just use the ab crunch to make the legs look like they're lifting higher. But I think they do come forward even more than this anyway. But now we get ankle pivot, and you actually get ankle rotation, which is actually useful. And did I mention I was talking about the tires? The tires are like a softer, pliable, rubbery situation. They are even softer than the Beachcomber, and that is a cool thing. If on top of this, if they put like diecast in the toes, it would be the full total package, and made this piece right here diecast. And I can see that happening with a Takara Tomy release, or some type of special release that comes with a trailer. Getting the guns in the hands, because like I said, the hands are painted and this is painted. The inside of the palm isn't painted too much, but it is tight, so I wound up wiggling to get that in there. Of course, you can store another gun on his back. And this is actually tight too, and because it's transparent plastic, it's scary, but I put it into the hands and then I wiggle it down. I done got it looser. So now he can actually pose with the axe and gun, and with the feet rotating however you need, you can get into a pose better. And as a little kid, this is all I wanted. Like, I thought the cartoon looks was impossible until Masterpiece started coming out. So all I just really wanted as a kid messing with the toys is more articulation. And I wasn't even greedy for this type of articulation. I just wanted him to be able to move his legs forward because he had functioning knees. If he could do all this on top of that when I was younger, it would be amazing. So as far as getting it to do whatever it's doing right now is great. Only thing a little bit disappointing is you can't rotate the wrist. And what else? Pretty much that's it, unless I think about it later. I mean, they took away the ab crunch, but the ab crunch doesn't look that well on the missing link anyway. Here is the G1 reissue and the missing link. As you can see, both of them are rocking far more paint. These two both, he has like metal toes, and like I said, the chest right here is metal. But from the side profile, you see that they do have the little panels on the side of the arm. And the original had like this little flap on the butt. This one kind of replicated that a little bit, and it has a hole in the back. This one has a hole in it, but he has the optional matrix chamber in there. But this one just has the ankle pivot, which is really the toes, while this deluxe class has actual real ankle pivot and he can swivel. Like, things that are better, or one thing that is better with this guy, is the ability to rock up the arms like that. And I could have swore it had more of a, well, it helps you be able to get the arms over for poses where you want to have the arms like that and the hands open up. But you can go watch my full review, and it has a lot more ratchets and whatnot. Like, I don't think this has like soft ratchets. And look at how the hands look. The hands are completely, you have the parts for them and take them off the original toy. But the original toy couldn't kick forward. Like I was mentioning, it has knee pin. That used to drive me nuts because I wanted to get them in seated positions. But yeah, it did a good job of replicating this. It's just smaller. Now, I know this wasn't intentional, but the original blaster was way huger than the original Optimus Prime toy. Here's deluxe class Bumblebee, who is deluxe class is all over the place, because as you can see already, this thing is way more substantial than this Bumblebee right here. They're both deluxe class, but Bumblebee would need to probably be a legend scale figure to fit in with this. I was thinking this was meant to be this type of dude where it's way more G1, but if they would have painted the crotch black and the forearms black and gave him the G1 face, they would have definitely knocked that out of the park, and this would be a G1 figure. But as we see, they're reissuing the Netflix version, which is even less accurate to the original toy and looks like a real Volkswagen Beetle. So yeah, I don't know what their plans were. Any old who transformation. I'm gonna wiggle this back and forth to get it out the hand. Same deal for this. And just take this off of the back. We can open up his back and shift his head in there and shut it. The hands, you could pull this back. When I first opened this, it didn't feel like it could do that. Now we could rotate this. It only rotates in one direction. Shut the hand up in there. Pull this back, rotate. That's different from the missing link, to be honest. Now the legs, we can go ahead and peg the legs together down here and down at the ankle and push the feet down. It did it by itself, but make sure the waist stays straight and close that like this. It's still turned a little bit, so I'm gonna straighten it. Close the wheels, and then we can close this bumper into that area right there. Bring this back while turning this back, and basically there's a little tab that goes into the side of the leg and a tab in the front. Now do that. And then right here there's a little indentation where this gas canister goes into that slot area. It already did it over here. These are capable of rotating, I guess, to get out the way. Make sure they're straight, but basically he's done. And I like this. It's nice. I mean, you can't really see the matrix, but if you don't want the matrix in there, you can always just toss that to the side. But with the rubber wheels, it rolls well, and I like the way it kind of shakes when it rolls. And all 6 wheels roll at the same time, which is nice. So that is definitely cool. And it looks just like the G1 toy, but they have the new updated lights. Back here, we have something new. We can store that there. We have big holes back here. And this is one of the things that Transformers Legacy, and starting with Transformers Siege or War for Cybertron trilogy, they started putting more ports on. So having all of that stored is awesome. I really like it. We could do it, have it stored in his foot, but this is the suggested orientation. So he can always have all of his weapons at once. So it's cool. I think it's really cool for deluxe class. I know he is smaller, but they gave him the rubberized tires. They gave him 2 guns. Their guns are fully painted, this axe and the Matrix. That's crazy. I know some figures have been coming with a lot of accessories recently, especially the Cybertron ones. But these are more substantial than those accessories. Here he is next to the missing link and the reissue. I think there is a size difference with these because they're not 1-to-1 replicas, but it is very close. But as you can see with the original mold, they had holes in the headlights, but they actually filled in the lights right here, which were either 2 lights or 1 solid light in the cartoon, depending on the episode. One thing that both of these have is the rub symbol up here. They didn't do that there. If they would have went the extra mile, that would have been cool. But you can see the lights are pretty much the same except this little circular thing. Both of these have that. Oh yeah, that's the thing that holds the neck in place. But here is their trailer hitch compared to his. And speaking of trailers, it should be able to hold the G1 trailer. Yep, it can fit around that port. And if you have the G1 trailer, you can actually carry this. Let me, come on. Yeah. It's not that tight, but it's definitely on there, and that's a huge trailer for him. But if you have Transformers Earthrise Leader Class Optimus Prime in his trailer, you can still put, even though it's different where it's actually a peg instead of a hole, you can peg that in there. And I almost feel like this trailer was made for this figure the whole time, because this is way better scale right here. Way better scale. And you can open this up, and it actually sits here right there directly in the center. You could do all of the whole shebang right there with the repair bay situation. But I like this. It's nice. Now here he is next to the deluxe Bumblebee. And this Bumblebee is way too big for this guy. You would have to get your original toys for that to actually fit in. And they probably fit in better than even this one, because those toys were small. So yeah, it's not in, I don't think it's in scale with anything deluxe class wise. I wonder why they didn't just do Voyager class. Maybe it would have been too big next to these or whatever. Yeah, I think whatever their deal is with Takara Tomy, they probably couldn't make it a Voyager class, because then it would be rivaling that. Plus, they probably just wanted to have something at an affordable price point, and deluxe class is the cheapest price point they give us where the figures are actually decent. Anywho, reverse transformation. I like to grab here and here to get that going, and then just bring this out. Bring that out right there. You can just go ahead and bring the legs down, lift the feet up, open that. Bring these down and rotate this that way, shut it. Bring this down, rotate it this way, shut it. Open the back up and grab the head and bring that out. And boom. Get his legs posed how you want, get the rest of his body posed how you want, make sure the smokestacks are up, and boom, he's back into a robot. So I think this is really cool, especially if you don't want to shell out the price for the missing link right there. Missing link is ultimately better, but this still does some good things at this price point. Like, it has some articulation points that one has, and that one has some articulation points this one doesn't have. So, yeah. Like, I especially like the ability to move the head up and down and rotate the ankles and have this wheel still right there. I really like that. So, it's cool. If you, like I said, you can't afford Missing Link, this is definitely a good alternative and still a fun figure. And if you collect Optimus Primes, you're gonna get it anyway. So there you go with that. I got this off Amazon. I'll put a link in the description. I believe it's sold out, but it's Optimus Prime. And he's one of their A-tier figures, so they're supposed to be releasing Optimus Primes and Bumblebees forever. Or for a longer period. Like, instead of like a couple months, it's supposed to be like 6 months or whatever. He's supposed to be readily available. But anyway, thank you for watching this. Until next time, T-Man978 out of here.
Figure action.
Join the Syndicate Toy Hunters Facebook group. Link in the description.
Click the videos. Click the videos, baby. Click the videos.